Good day and welcome back to our channel. Today we're focusing on a major political story, Keir Starmer's leadership crisis. With polls plummeting, internal strife within the Labour Party, and increasing scrutiny from the public, is Starmer's position in jeopardy? Keir Starmer, the leader of the Labour Party and current Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, is facing a significant political storm that threatens both his leadership and popularity. From poor decision-making to mounting criticism, events seem to be spiraling out of his control. In this video, we'll break down the key challenges Starmer is grappling with and discuss whether he can regain stability and public trust in time for the next general election. Stay tuned for the latest updates on the political situation in Britain and the future of the Labour Party. Over the past year, Starmer made significant strides in closing the gap with the Conservative Party. However, recent polling data paints a more concerning picture. According to a recent survey by More in Common for Politico, Labour is currently polling at 29%, with the Conservatives close behind at 28%. Other parties, such as Reform UK, have surged to 19%. The Liberal Democrats stand at 11%, the Green Party at 7%, and the SNP has dropped to just 2%. Not long ago, Labour enjoyed a 20-point lead over the Conservatives, but as we edge closer to the next general election, that gap has now virtually disappeared. One of the core issues threatening Starmer's leadership is the growing unrest within his own party. Following a historic election victory just 3 months ago, the Labour Party has been engulfed in internal strife. This discontent has been exacerbated by increasing scrutiny over gifts received by Starmer and his senior ministers. Questions surrounding the transparency of these transactions and broader financial management have caused concern not only among opposition members, but also within the Labour ranks themselves. In a new YouGov survey, Starmer's approval rating has significantly dropped, leaving him with a net favourability score of -36. In a concerning comparison, Nigel Farage, the former leader of UKIP, and an often polarising figure, holds a slightly better favourability rating of -35. Even Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, who has faced his own series of challenges, has a lower favourability rating of -42. This dramatic decline is especially worrying for Starmer, as he was once seen as a steady frontrunner for the upcoming general election. A key factor adding fuel to this crisis has been the recent reshuffle of Starmer's team. Earlier this week, Starmer chaired the first meeting of his newly reorganised cabinet. However, instead of stabilising his position, the reshuffle has only highlighted the deeper issues within his administration. Criticism intensified following the sudden resignation of Sue Gray, Starmer's chief of staff, on Sunday. Her resignation came after weeks of mounting criticism over poor communication within the government, the controversial salaries of special advisors, and persistent internal disputes within the Downing Street team. These developments have dealt a severe blow to Starmer's image, and many political analysts believe his leadership could be seriously jeopardized in the coming months. To address this, Starmer will need to show stronger, more decisive leadership, not just to navigate the immediate challenges, but also to secure Labour's future ahead of the next general election. The Labour Party has also faced several significant economic challenges in recent months, some of which have sparked widespread public outrage. One of the most contentious issues has been Chancellor Rachel Reeves's decision to cut winter fuel payments for all pensioners, except the poorest. This policy decision has been met with widespread criticism, especially as it was not part of Labour's election manifesto. In response to the backlash, Labour has defended the move by pointing to the difficult financial legacy left by the previous Conservative government. Labour is now looking to the upcoming October budget as a critical opportunity to reset its financial agenda and regain the trust of the British public. Adding to Starmer's troubles is a brewing scandal surrounding his acceptance of donations from a Labour Party member. These donations were used to cover expenses for clothing, eyewear, and accommodation during his election campaign. The revelation has raised further concerns about transparency within the Labour Party, especially given the scale of scrutiny around political donations and financial propriety. The donor, who was briefly granted access to Downing Street during Starmer's tenure, has now become a focal point in a wider debate over the transparency of political donations in Britain. This has put additional pressure on Starmer and his leadership team to demonstrate greater financial accountability moving forward. As political tensions rise in Westminster, another issue making headlines involves King Charles and his vision for the model town of Poundbury in Dorset. Originally intended to represent an ideal urban community, the town has faced growing criticism over issues such as overflowing bins, rat infestations, and unpleasant odors. These problems have left residents frustrated, and many have expressed their belief that King Charles would be horrified if he were aware of the situation. Poundbury, which was designed according to traditional architectural principles and the King's vision for sustainable development, is now facing accusations of poor waste management. Many local residents have likened the conditions in Poundbury to those of a developing country, further undermining the project's initial goals. The situation in Poundbury has become a significant public health concern, and the disconnect between King Charles's vision and the town's current state has raised broader questions about the success of such urban planning initiatives. The local council has defended its position, citing contamination in recycling bins as a key reason for the infrequent waste collection. Despite this, tensions between the residents and local authorities remain high. Keir Starmer and the Labour Party find themselves at a crossroads. With public confidence waning and internal divisions deepening, Starmer must demonstrate stronger leadership if he hopes to steer Labour towards victory in the next election. Economic challenges, questions of transparency, and growing scrutiny of his leadership have all compounded to make this one of the most critical periods in Starmer's political career. As the situation continues to develop, we'll be keeping you updated on the latest news and political developments here in the UK. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future updates. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.